and in its reasoning, and ends up helping her try to escape. And it's a very awesome movie. It came out in 2019. It's on Netflix, so go check that out. But also on the topic of movies, I came across something today that really tickled me fancy. Tickled me fancy? That I don't know why I put it that way. I'm not Irish. Tickled
me fancy.
It tickled me fancy. I am patio furniture. But today, while I was waiting for you to get back from the store, I was just scrolling through YouTube, and this movie came up because YouTube has a lot of movies now. And it was this 1998 movie called Smoke Signals, which I had never previously heard of. I don't know if you have, but when I saw that, it was my first thought was like, is this just some fucking super racist like rom-com but based around Native Americans? And it's not. And I have the plot description and that I just want to read a few points off the internet here. But and this is, I'm only doing this to get to another conclusion here. But Victor and Thomas, they grew up together. Victor and Thomas are brought together through Victor's father, Arnold. Arnold rescued Thomas as an infant from a house fire that killed his parents. Because of this, Thomas considers him a hero. On the other hand, Victor, who endures Arnold's alcoholism, domestic violence, and eventual child abandonment, regards his father as, or with both deep love and bitter resentment. When Arnold dies in Phoenix, where he has stayed after leaving Victor and his mother, Victor and Thomas go on an adventure to retrieve his ashes. Once they reach Phoenix, Victor has to confront his conflicted feelings about his father as well as his own identity. He has to grapple with a new account of Thomas's parents' death as told by his father's friend Susie Song. She says that a drunken Arnold set off fireworks, accidentally starting the fire that cost Thomas his parents. The road trip by the young men leads to Thomas reconciling with the memory of his adoptive father Arnold as he understands more of his path to alcoholism and related abuse and abandonment. Victor also gains a better understanding of Thomas and his reverence for Arnold. And the only reason I read that is...
How did this not win an Oscar? It's got everything. It's got identity. It's got abuse. Yeah. It's got, this should have won like 15 Oscars. If this came out this year, it would have been a clean fucking sweep.
And the only reason I bring this up is that Good Morning America on the movie poster, their quote is, "Very funny."
That doesn't sound funny at all. No. What the fuck?
Why? Very like that.
Is it? Did you actually
no, I
watch
didn't.
it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like that has happened a lot with a lot of movies. I don't have another specific example, but just like weird critiques that get posted on like either the cover of the movie itself or on a movie poster or something like that, where it just doesn't seem to actually fit the movie that you're watching. Like, have you ever experienced that?
I never really paid any attention to that. Really,
it's always been something I've noticed.
Really, all those clips are like the things that like the critics or whatever say about movies are. Like 9 times out of 10 complete fucking bullshit, So I've never really paid any attention to it. Speaking of which, fucking Mortal Kombat is amazing, and all the critics are hating on that shit. But that movie is so damn entertaining. Like, it's obviously not a good movie. Like, you don't learn anything from it. You know what I mean? But, like, visually, it's spectacular. There's some really great, adult theme, one line jokes that are from Kano. Like, his character is pretty fucking funny, just a shithead, He's got a Deadpool vibe to him, pretty much, the way he talks about shit. So He's fantastic. Again, the visual effects are fantastic, and it's just like a popcorn movie, you know. Like I like at the end of the movie, and I don't even remember the last time that I had done this, but I was into it enough that like I'd been like sitting in bed watching it, and next thing you know, I'm like sitting up, like really close to the TV, like a 3-year-old or like a 6-year-old, you know, like watching Saturday morning cartoons. Like I'm just like sitting there, right? My eyes are wide open, like, oh my gosh, this is like great. A couple of the fatalities are amazing. They find a way to like work in some of the like catchphrases from the video game, but they do it in a really awesome way. There's like, I'm not even lying, and this is a huge nostalgia thing, but there's like a few moments where I actually like got like a little bit of goosebumps. Like, oh man, they just did that so well. Like where they say what you're waiting for them to say, or like sure. there's a great scene with like the dragon. It's a fantastic movie. I'm not trying to like talk about it like it's some, you know, masterpiece, but if you just want to have a good time, it is so good. And I just hate the critics because after I finish watching it, this is what I do more than anything. If I think something's really good, I want to see how other people feel about it. If I'm like out of my own, you know, out of my element, or if there's just like, if I think something's great and the whole world like thinks it's terrible, you know, then I'm like, oh, geez, I guess my tastes are really like off right now, you know, like. Well,
I mean, I liked the original one, even though that was also technically a garbage movie, but it's really fun to watch. But what is the?
Yeah, the original one's great. Yeah, Annihilation's terrible, but the first one's great.
I didn't even know there was another one. I only knew the original. But what's the what is that on the new one?
HBO Max because it's in theaters right now. Oh. They got that whole deal where they get like New Line Cinema movies or whatever, you know, through yeah.
Gotcha.
So I think they have it on HBO Max till the 23rd. But yeah, I got this subscription because I hadn't watched South Park in about a year and a half, and that's way too long for me to go without watching South Park. And then I knew Mortal Kombat was coming out, so I was like, $15 to see like a movie instead of going to the theater and watch some South Park. Like hell yeah, you know.
There you go.
So this is off topic quite a bit, but this is just the one thing that I have. Oh my god, we're already at an hour here. Holy shit! But so I was wondering, why is it that we prefer to eat things that are cute? So like people like know that bugs are a very good source of protein, right? And there's like a huge push to start using bugs. And this goes to a study I did this week where they actually like brought you down a thought process of like of a different sort of product. And it was actually completely about or bug protein. And I was thinking like, I know they can make flour out of certain types of insects. And that's probably the easiest way to get people into eating insects is if, like, you hand them a muffin, they take a bite, and you're like, oh, by the way, there's crickets in that, you know? Like, and it's so disgusting, right? It's so disgusting to think about eating bugs, but it's because they look disgusting. And I don't want to eat them either. But what I find funny, though, is that, like, you should want to eat things that are disgusting. Like, get that thing off of the earth. I'm going to show my dominance by eating, like, this disgusting looking, like, yeah, you stupid little fucking cockroach, I'm going to eat you. You know, or you cricket, like, I'm going to eat you. Like, get the fuck out of my world. Right? Like, we should have a little bit more, like, dominance, like, to say, like, I'm gonna eat the ugly shit, but all we eat are, like, the furry, big-eyed animals. Like, why do we eat cute shit? But we're like, oh, no, I don't want to eat. It's completely backwards. If we ate the ugly shit, nobody'd care about it dying.
Well, I mean, you have a point, but it just so happens that the cute shit tastes better.
I mean, I've never eaten a bug, so I don't know that for a fact, but, like, yeah. Oh, what'd you have?
Some dude years ago when I was working at the summer camp brought a bag of dried salted crickets, and they were gross.
Maybe they weren't made right. I've had cute animals that were gross too. You know, I've had things that taste bad that had cute animals in them. You know, but like the point. Don't get too hung up on like the flavor or anything like that.
Well, I think that's kind of the point of eating. It's
just about like how they look. But that's not the point. It's just funny to me that like cute things taste good. Maybe that's the point.
Yeah.
You know, it's just interesting though that like anything that's cute that makes people go, oh, we're like, I'm gonna eat that. And that started somewhere, you know what I mean? Like there was somebody who saw like, you know, an animal out somewhere like, oh, isn't it so cute?
I feel like that there's a weird tie together with that with people who see a cute thing and then they make a really horrific comment about it. Like say like a woman sees a baby, right? Like, oh, aren't you so cute? I just want to eat you up. I just want to gnaw your little toes off. It's like I don't understand people like that. Why do you say? Why would you say that? I want to gnaw a baby's toes off. Say that in a different tone, and that sounds a little fucked up. And maybe that's how it all started. Maybe cavemen were like, "Oh, that bison is so cute. I just want to eat its insides." And then they tried it, and that's how meat eating got started.
I actually got to agree, and I will say that the thought when this whole idea was crossing my brain of just like why is it the cute shit that's what we eat? And yeah, you're right. It does taste good, you know, but that's a whole different fucking thing. And just talking literally about looks, but I swear to God, I had that thought about how many mothers I've heard say, "Oh, I just want to eat that baby up." When thinking about this, like, what is this fascination with wanting to eat cute things? It completely ties together.
Imagine a bearded homeless man with no teeth walking up to a mother carrying her baby, either in her arms or in a carriage, and he just says, "I want to eat that baby up." Like, doesn't that sound fucked up? But it's okay if Karen does it.
What if he's but he could just be a good guy though too, you know, and just like really likes children and everybody looks at him. He's like the neighbor in Home Alone that everybody thinks is killing people and he's just like, "No, I'm just a sweet old man."
But eventually then he hits the baby in the back of the head with his shovel.
Yep. Well, you gotta.
You can't trust him.
Because it's so cute, you gotta eat it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't not.
You gotta eat that. You gotta eat that baby. How can you just see a baby and not eat it? I don't understand. Every baby I've ever seen, I wanted to eat. You know, you put it on a rotisserie.
Man, a couple weeks ago there was some clips of me that could have been taken out of context, and now you got your very own this week.
I'm proud of it. Take me out of context. Blow up the internet, and then people will know about our podcast. Fuck it. Send me your smoke. I'll take it. I'll take your fire. I'll take your smoke. I'll take all your shit. I don't give a fuck. What are you gonna do? You gonna cancel us? Oh, get the fuck out of here with cancel. You can't cancel this. I got $7 every goddamn month for the rest of my life. I promise you.
Hell yeah, we do. And speaking of which, if you'd like to,
mostly you because you do pay for it.
And hey, if you want to send us hate mail, go ahead and do that at loosestoolpodcast@gmail.com.
ndroberts27@gmail.
You're giving your personal. That's an interesting choice. Okay, I will not be giving my personal email, but again, loosestoolpodcast@gmail.com.
Well, I thought you were gonna make a joke about like me, you know, like getting hate right now. So like, if you want to send your hate mail, send it all straight to him. That's the joke I was going with right there. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna include your personal information though, but all the same.
Oh yeah, but that's my bullshit email. I got a secure one for like shit that actually matters. That's my fucking bullshit email. I don't give a fuck. Send me whatever you want on there.
Well, good to know. We ready to land this shitbird? As I started over that?
Yeah, I think so. I think unless you got anything you want to talk about, but we hit the time limit, so
I think we're good. Well,
You got like, do you want to tie anything into a one for the road?